What is up, YouTube? We're back again with the last video of 2025. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some of my favorite watches that I acquired during 2025. I'll tell you guys the story on them, the hunt for them, and why I like them so much. Before we do that, quick wristwatch check. I am wearing this newly acquired Seiko quartz piece right here. I bought it a couple days ago. It was in an antique store. It was like 20 bucks. It didn't have a battery in it. I threw the bracelet in the ultrasonic cleaner. I got all the gunk out of it, put a fresh new battery on it, and it is ticking away. 20 bucks for a Seiko is not bad. But without a further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at these 11 watches that I have in front of me, and we'll take a deep dive, and here we go. All right, folks, we're not going to start in any particular order, but I do want to start with this one particular watch right here because it is what got me kind of back into making videos on YouTube, and that is the legendary Seiko Gene Kranz reissue with the silver dial. Got this over summer. I was very, very excited when they reissued this watch because I actually have the original version. If you've seen my video that I published a while back, but I have the original black dial version, and I was again very excited to see that they did a reissue for this guy. It wasn't too expensive. I went to an 80, ordered it, and it came very quickly. On top of that too, I made very good friends with one of the sales associates at the AD, so every time I pop in there, you know, it's nice to talk to her and everything like that. But yeah, the Seiko Gene Kranz, very legendary. Seiko's first, I believe, sports watch that came out back in the 1970s. But again, I just really love the design of this watch. It's kind of a good everyday watch. Definitely, the specs are a lot beefier than what they were several years ago. So I'm very happy to have this in the collection. Up next is probably one of my most favorite Facebook Marketplace finds of 2025. Now, 2025, I started selling a lot on Facebook Marketplace. I also started buying a lot more on Facebook Marketplace as well. That's where I got all my deals and stuff. And I stumbled across this guy right here. This is a vintage Heuer, not Tag Heuer, but Heuer quartz diver watch. I believe it's the Monin case 844. But I scored this guy off Marketplace for like $300. It's definitely beat up. But for the price, not a bad deal. Examples of this particular watch are roughly around like 800, sometimes to 1,000 plus. But I was very excited to get this guy. Plus, I love vintage style watches and I love Monin case watches as well. The guy that I bought this from, he found it in a thrift store for like $25. So he definitely got a good deal. And I think I got a good deal as well. But popped a battery in there, changed the gasket. Probably at one point I'll change the crystal as well. But it's such a great watch. Love the patina on it. Pretty good story too. And again, like I said, one of my favorite Facebook Marketplace scores to date. Up next on the list is my Stowa or Stova Marine Classic 40 millimeter with the Roman numerals on the dial. Now, as a watch collector, I'm sure you guys all relate to this, but we go through our stints where we look for like a certain watch or a particular style of watch, like a diver or, you know, a chronograph. Over the summer, I had a kind of a hankering, a need for like a marine chronometer watch. So I got to dig in, and I knew about this brand, but I wasn't really looking into it. But as I was perusing through the internet, I grew to love this watch and the simplicity of the dial, the legibility, and just the craftsmanship. I mean, the Germans did a very good job with this watch. But yeah, anyways, this is the Stowa Marine Classic. I just love this watch. It can go with anything. You could dress it up, dress it down. I have it on this nice leather strap here from Amazon, and honestly, it's a great everyday piece. It's got great quality sapphire crystal. You got those blue hands. It's very legible. You don't really need lume on this because any light that you get will reflect off the hands as well as that beautiful white dial. So if you guys are into any like minimalism or looking for a marine chronometer, Stowa is definitely a brand you should be taking a look at. Up next on the list is a watch I wasn't expecting to get, but as it goes in this hobby, if you see a pretty decent deal on, let's say, eBay, you just have to get it. And that is definitely true when it came to picking up this vintage Tag Heuer. I believe this is a Tag Heuer 1000. So very familiar with the 2000 line and Aqua Racers and all that good stuff, but I've actually been looking for one of these for a little bit because I love the design. It's a very classic design. And this guy popped up on eBay for a pretty decent price. It's a little beat up. It's a little dinged up. You kind of see on the bezel the gold plating is wearing off. But aside from, a couple scuffs, dents, and dings, it's still a very good and capable watch. I replaced the battery in it as well as the gasket in the back, and it's just a great everyday grab and go watch. I mean, it's just a very simple workhorse watch. And again, if you guys ever get a chance to see this with a pretty decent price, I highly suggest you pick one up. Up next on the list is not an acquisition I made myself, but rather a birthday present, and that is going to be this Tag Heuer 2000 chronograph. This was a birthday present from my wife. She said I could pick out a watch for my birthday, and I stumbled across this guy on the eBays, and it was a pretty decent price. The condition was pretty good on it. It's got a couple scuffs and dings, but I just really love the design of it. It looks very robust. It's quite a tank. It's a little chunky, but I really, really like it. I did not have a chronograph in the collection at the time, so I said, why not go with a brand that I love? And I decided to grab this Tag Heuer chronograph right here. So again, really like these. They range in price depending on what you're looking for, but got a pretty decent deal on this guy. And again, I just love the design of this particular model. Up next is one of those watches that I bought to kind of memorialize a trip that my wife and I made. We went to Asheville for our Thanksgiving break, stayed in a cute little tiny house, and of course had to go visit some antique stores, some watch shops, and I was able to come out with this cute little manual wind watch here. I don't know too much about it. It's probably from the 1940s, maybe 1950s. It's a small little guy, probably like 32 millimeters. Comes on this like super duper stretched out stretchy band. But the surprising thing about this watch is that it keeps time very, very well for its age. I gave it a little wind, and this guy just takes away. And again, very surprised about this. I love the blue hands. You can kind of see it in there. The patina on the dial is beautiful. I don't know the story on this guy at all. I know it was $60, and I liked it, and I picked it up. But I kept it on the original band because it actually fits my wrist pretty well. And yeah, I just love winding it up and seeing it tick, and I love holding it up to my ear and hearing the insides go. But yeah, for the age, I think it's a pretty cool little guy right here. All right, so the next watch that I'm going to show you guys is probably my funkiest watch purchase of 2025, and that is going to be this U-Boat Dark Moon, which, as you can see here, super duper cool in my opinion. Left-handed crown, it's oil filled, It's got this super duper funky dial, red sunburst dial, but I really, really loved it. I purchased this a little before summer, I believe. So this was on my wrist many days during summer. This is a super duper cool summer watch. It's quartz powered. You fill the oil like through here, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I did a little bit of research on this company. I knew about them a little bit, but of course, being a watch collector, you go down the rabbit hole. But it's cool, Italian watch company. Kind of got some Panerai vibes to it, which makes sense. But again, just a cool, super duper funky watch. You kind of see that really tall sapphire crystal right there. This is my only oil-filled watch, but I just, again, I really love the design. Got a pretty decent deal on this on Facebook. Oh, no, where did I get this? eBay, excuse me, on eBay. But yeah, I know, I just really love it, and definitely when summer comes around, I'll be throwing this back on my wrist. I'm just gonna lay it right there. All right, next watch on the list is going to be a watch that I was very excited to get. Now, that is going to be my vintage Breitling Colt Quartz. Now, I am still really interested in the Breitling brand. I love their designs. The problem is they're a little too expensive for me, and they are a little too big for my little wrist as well. But as always, go down the rabbit hole and you stumble upon these vintage models right here. This is roughly about like a 38 millimeter watch, but it has all the design elements of a Breitling. It's got that Breitling crown, got a Breitling bezel, and I just really love that white dial. And you can see that the numerals have gone a little creamy with their patina, but again, lovely little tank, quartz piece, super reliable. And again, you get that Breitling history, and you can get these guys for like under $1,000 sometimes. This came with a box, a rubber strap, as well as the original leather strap as well. I purchased an OEM orange strap. I made a video on that, but I have it on this really cool canvas like green leather strap, and I think it really makes that white dial pop right here. This one is always on my wrist. Really enjoy this watch. All right, we're down to the last three watches, and the next one I am going to show you guys is a really cool Facebook Marketplace find that I got over summer, and that's going to be this Seiko Couture Kinetic watch. This watch, I really enjoy it. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I would, but I really like it. Sapphire crystal, it's kind of dressy, it's kind of casual depending how you wear it. But I really like the kinetic movement in here. It's super reliable. It's a very accurate watch. Has a very fancy way of telling the day of the week, and you could even see the insides as well. When I'm not wearing this, obviously I throw it onto like a pendulum watch winder to kind of keep it juiced up. But again, very happy with this watch. I literally drove maybe like an hour 30 to get this, but hey, for $50, which I believe is what I paid, not a bad score. Now, when I bought this watch, man, it was probably the grossest watch I've ever picked up. The guy who I picked it up from, an older gentleman, he wore the hell out of this watch, long story short, and the amount of wrist cheese in the bracelet and on the case back, oh my goodness. I had this thing in the watch cleaner, the ultrasonic cleaner, for literally maybe about like 30 minutes. Just keep it, I was just cycling the whole thing, but it turned out pretty well. Clean it up a little bit, and this is a very cool watch. I highly suggest taking a look at these guys because the prices aren't too bad on them. All right, down to our last two watches, and the next one is a pretty big boy right here. It's a Chevril Pilot's watch. I really like this watch. This one is always on my wrist. I have it on this nice rubber strap that I purchased from Amazon, and the reason I got this one was because for a little while during 2025, I believe it was like over summer or something like that, or a little before summer, I was really big into Pilot's watches. And of course, the one I looked at the most was, of course, an IWC. Obviously, can't afford one at the moment, like a Mark 18, Mark 20 like that. But this guy popped up on Facebook Marketplace, and it was a good deal. And I was able to trade, I believe it was like an Omega pre-bond for this watch. Now, the guy I got it from, we have now since become good friends. And he is actually my hookup on a lot of nice watches that I have in my collection. But back to the watch, I just really love the clean design of Pilot's watches. I love the legibility, the big hands. This has a very reliable ETA movement. Gevril, I think is like a kind of a homage watch company that make their stuff high end. You can see them in like Nordstrom sometimes, but this is actually a limited edition model right here. You can see there it says like 46 out of 500. I believe on their website this is called the Vaughn, but I highly suggest if you are looking for a Pilot's watch, check these guys out right here. The build quality is amazing. Got that nice big onion crown. All the makings of a pretty good Pilot's watch. All right, down to the last watch of this video, and that is going to be none other than my vintage Rolex 6694, the Oyster Date. Now, this watch, I got it from the same guy who I got my Gevril from. We were talking, he had this listed up, and I, just had to have it. I literally traded him like a bin full of watches. I'm talking maybe like 50, maybe 70 watches in there just to get this one guy. And that was a good thing because one, I got this Rolex out of it, and two, got rid of a lot of watches that I wasn't wearing anymore. And of course, three, made my wife happier because, hey, I have less watches scattered around the house. But again, Grail achieved here. Got myself a Rolex, even though it's a vintage model, it's not the flashiest of all Rolexes, but still happy to have one in the collection. It's on this like Jubilee bracelet, vintage Jubilee bracelet, which interestingly enough, this is a rare one actually. I believe you could see here, this particular one is a made in the USA bracelet. Obviously, you know that most or all Rolexes nowadays are made in Switzerland, but for a time they actually licensed out the their manufacturing to other places. I believe Mexico was another one. But super happy to have this watch. It's still ticking away. Have a nice little green box to go along with it. And just happy to have one of these in my collection, and definitely a highlight of this year. All right, folks, so those are my favorite watches of 2025. We got a lot of really cool ones in this collection. 2025 has been such a great year in terms of my watch collecting journey. Met a lot of great people through the hobby, some long-lasting friends, and just happy to enjoy in this hobby. Now, 2026, I think will also be a great year as well. I'm hoping to size down the collection a little bit. I do have a lot of watches in the collection, so I probably need to stop purchasing, which fingers crossed, right? Some watches, and try to hone it down to the watches I actually enjoy wearing. One of the goals I hope to achieve is to acquire either possibly a Tudor Black Bay. Not sure on the model yet. I am looking kind of at the Smiley version. So we'll see. But I am also hoping to acquire hopefully a Panerai. Panerai watches, I really love their designs, and it's kind of been on my list for quite some time, and I think where the prices are nowadays, I might be able to get one if I'm able to shift some funds around or sell some watches here and there, but we will see. But that being said, that is the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.